All right. And it's even the other way, showing everybody else. There we go. Okay.
So can it go? Can it turn this way or
I
no?
don't think so. Oh, it did. No?
No? Okay, so that's all right. We'll just have to pop in when we have to.
Hey, everybody. Facebook world, just bear with us. Technical issues.
You can't turn your phone while recording. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, so hold on.
Damn iPhones, right? So hey everybody, thanks for watching us live. Unfortunately, our Zoom link is not going to work today. We just don't have the proper technology. But just bear with us while we get everything set up. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Awesome, thank you. If you couldn't hear me, hopefully you can hear me now. So maybe you can try to join on that just so that we can see the feed.
Okay,
on Facebook on the group. Because there's a few people that are watching. Awesome. So just bear with us again. We're just getting this all set up because technology is awesome until it's not. Perfect. All right. So we've got all of this extra special equipment courtesy of Andrew Wall, who's over here on this side, who you can't see. Hello. There's Andrew. We've got Lillian over here. She's going to run the chat part of it. And so welcome to this week's version of Beyond the Cloud. So we are coming to you live from QuickBooks Connect in San Jose. It has been an absolutely amazing week. And again, sorry to everybody. I see Jessica's with us and Bianca. You guys usually join us live Zoom. It was not working, so I apologize. But Lillian's going to watch the chat. So please feel free to jump in that way. And we're going to try to get lots of people to come by and talk to you about what's been going on here.
Is Jessica on?
Yep, Bandora Fox, that's her. So she's in there. So.
Jessica, I have some t-shirts coming your way.
Oh, awesome. Very lucky. Actually, you know what? Let's just share this. Lillian has a story to tell about what happened to one of her t-shirts.
So yesterday, I met up with Leanne, and she gave me my boot camp t-shirt, and I was excited, put it in my bag, went around, put my bag down a couple of times, and then went back to my hotel room. And you're not going to believe this. Someone stole my boot camp t-shirt. I kid you not. So there is someone out here in this conference illegally wearing one of our t-shirts. I'm just saying.
That's right. There's already people. I saw Jessica said, woohoo, thank you.
And you know it wasn't me or Brad because it would never fit us.
Well, Brad's got one anyway. We've got to bring one for you to Toronto.
Yes.
So there are a few honorary
3XL.
there. 3XL. All right. It's the T-shirt Rockstar ones.
The t-shirt
Basically,
rockstar.
yeah.
Okay.
They're the T-sheets Rockstar ones. Yeah, the ones we got.
Those are good ones.
Yes, that's exactly. If we're going to spend money on them, we're going to do well. But yeah, somebody went in and took it. So we sent out a tweet saying we would know who they are because other than less than 5 honorary boot campers, only boot campers get it. So
Bianca said she's at an airport, so it's not her.
Sure, Bianca, you flew in and flew back out just to get that T-shirt. I know it.
It says t-shirt thief.
I know, right? So anyway, I don't know, Lillian, what is your favorite part today or of this week so far?
Oh my God, it's so hard to figure out which is my favorite part. There's been like a bunch of workshops I've enjoyed, but really getting to know some people that I never ever would have known and being able to just, meet them again next year. I mean, it's awesome.
Awesome. And Andrew, you're off camera there, so I don't know if you want to get on camera. This is Andrew's first time coming to one of these, so they're very special to have him come in and guest host with us today. So what's your favorite part, Ben?
My favorite part was of the whole conference. I think it's got to be Jade Simmons. Well, okay, I have 2 favorite parts. One of them is completely biased. So I just came out of Hector Garcia's session, and being my co-host on Friday Night Live, I'm definitely biased towards him.
Of course.
And we did this whole positioning statement exercise, which I think was excellent. So that was a great session. But outside of that, Jade Simmons, number one by far. That idea of marrying 2 what would be normally polar opposite type of ideas, and the beauty of bringing together 2 things that most people would not think go together, and I think that's really interesting. So I had on Friday Night Live today, we were talking about the idea of like, well, could you ever imagine? Because Common came in afterwards and talked about hiring ex-cons.
Right.
Could you ever imagine hiring ex-cons in the accounting world because, we're business based on trust? Well, maybe there's actually a very real idea and concept here. If you did it with enough radical transparency and you were very clear about who the people were, what type of convicts that they'd been, what kind of rehabilitation they'd been through,
Yep.
and how this was creating an opportunity for them, and that they were still knowledgeable and professional people despite having had, an issue. And talking to Nao, who knows more about the EA side of it than the enrolled agent side, because obviously for being from Canada, I have
Right.
no idea what the requirements are there, right? You want to make sure that these people are certified and legitimate, and there might just be this very off-the-wall freaking idea. And then Jacob Schroeder comes up and he's like, yeah, who's your client market? Well, cannabis industry. Right?
There you go.
Do they care if you got picked up or you got a past record for a couple of ounces of weed?
They- you know what?
Probably
They don't.
not.
They don't. I wonder if we should maybe move this in a little bit more because you're completely off camera.
Yeah.
I wonder if we backed it up a little bit,
Back
so that way
that
we
up.
can get Brad, because now we've got Brad here. Well, beyond the cloud, we just talk about. There is no topic. We just talk. Had me at cannabis. Oh my gosh. So, but I just want to throw into those people that don't know. Jade Simmons I'd never heard of her before. She is a concert pianist who actually introduces rap in her own personal style. Absolutely amazing. She blew me away. She's a wonderful motivational speaker. Yeah, rap and classic.
And a bit of
together.
rock in general. Like some of that music was, I could listen to her all day and watch her. The energy, the passion.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone I've talked to said she was probably the best they've ever seen here. And that includes, I've been here for 5 years. I think she was probably the best main stage. Siku was great. I liked, I always forget her name, the Paralympian that had to take her legs.
Amy Purdy.
Amy
last year,
Purdy.
Amy Purdy.
I like
Yep.
the girl from Ugly Betty. I thought she was fantastic that year. America Ferrero. Because she was like a stand-in for somebody else who didn't show up.
And by the way, that's Rondell and Korlick, just kind of barely off screen there for those of you who don't know.
Yes, the funny thing about Rondalyn Korlick, she's been here the whole week with us, hanging out, and I've had people come up and say, that's Rondalyn Korlick. Like,
She's a superstar.
you're like
here.
a star, and people don't know. It's like Will Farnell, right? That guy's a legend in England, and here he's just an everyday guy.
Are you coming on screen? We can do it properly this time. We should flip it around.
And Jennifer Bolduc
Jennifer
off
Bolduc
screen
is doing the
is
floss. Very impressive. But now, did you guys hear that Jade Simmons, we've got her for Toronto?
she is booked for Toronto.
booked for
That's a
Toronto.
fact. It's
You
a
have
twofer.
heard it here. We do something before Andrew Wall. Like, mark this date down. Actually, and
Yeah.
you know what? I need to go off topic for a quick second. There's something else that I am allowed to officially announce live here. I am the first to be able to announce it. Rotessa is launching they gave me the okay yesterday to announce it, a accountant partnership program.
I'm a Rotessa partner. What do I get?
You need to sign up. The links will be coming out. I will have it. I will share it on the Bookkeeper's Corner. I'll share it with Brad to share with his group. You must use it for your own accounting firm, and you and your clients that use it all receive 30% discount.
Nice. What about
Yeah.
swag? Do I get any socks or T-shirts? Or
I
anything?
didn't ask.
I
Cody,
work
about
for
the
swag. These people know this, so we'll talk to Rotessa. I need
All right,
T-shirts.
well, Cody, if you're watching, swag.
And the good T-sheets T-shirts.
Can I challenge you guys as two group owners? I want to throw a challenge out there. You guys you're gonna hate me for this. And this is live.
Is
I-
it fair?
I-
We've got over 2,500 members.
It's not
Brad's at only
fair,
over
but
1,000 members.
quite frankly, it doesn't matter because everybody wins with this challenge.
Okay, there we go.
The challenge is to gather as much swag as you can between now and the end of QB Connect. Oh, you're not. All the app owners are gone. Okay. Wait, no, within
do-
the next by the end of the year. Let's say the end
this
of the
says
calendar
Toronto,
year.
we've-
So they have to mail.
Oh.
They have to mail you the swag, and then you have to raffle it off and raise money for charity, the charity of your
I love
choice.
that idea.
It's Allison Ball is the one who originated this idea of taking swag bags and building it all together. I know you both have lots of swag.
Well, I got rid of a fair bit with my 1,000. When are we gonna hit 1,000?
Yeah.
But Julie, she got 3 pounds of swag out of me. It said like
Wow.
1.8 kilograms, and
It's
really
all Chargers.
Well, no, it was water bottles and stickers, and there's a receipt bank jacket they gave us in London, which I
Receipt
really
Bank has
liked,
really
which,
nice swag.
which didn't fit me very, or
Well-
it shrunk or something like that. Yeah, so I threw that in there, but now I'm going to be a bit personal now. But if I keep bringing swag home, I might need a marriage counselor. My wife is getting a little bit over the top. Well, not over the top.
water
That's
bottles?
not fair. There's too much swag around. She's like, it's funny.
Yes.
It's true, but here's the funny thing. My wife has got so good at this that she knows who I support. She knows when I stop supporting someone, and she'll see the T-shirts and go, "Well, you don't do that anymore. Why don't you get rid of them, or I'll get rid of them for you?"
Yeah.
So I'd be all for it.
So do you guys accept my challenge?
I'll try.
You have till December 31st to get the
Where am I
partners
going
to
to get
mail
the
you
swag?
swag.
I'm done with conferences.
Yeah, they got to mail it to you, which makes it even
I
harder.
was going to say, because I've got Toronto and that's not fair. So you're right. So I agree with that.
Well, I'll help
those
you.
terms.
We'll do this together.
Or
We'll talk it
I
out.
was gonna say, why don't we contact the same people? Because I've just got like 12 contacts on the financial advisory rooms alone from this series, and I know it's in this swag. So if we get them to send us equal amounts of swag, so we've got the same and make it fair.
Okay, that's a good idea. So
Yeah.
so you have the exact
Sure.
same amount of swag bag.
Now, Madison at NoFi, you recently sent me an awesome package of swag. So if you got some more, let us
Yeah.
know.
And I didn't make it to meet Madison. I was supposed
Madison
to.
was out with us last night. She popped by. She saw a bunch of people in the bar, and she came in and bought
And
me
I
a drink
missed
and
her.
said goodnight.
We
It was
chatted
nice.
the week
She's
before
really nice.
we came here. And
She was just
I
here
went
like a
past.
half hour ago. I saw her
Oh,
walk
was she?
by.
She's still here today? Okay, Madison, if you're here, we're at the Canadian corner or Common Quarter, right outside the main stage. Come by. We need to meet you
And
too.
any other app partners out there, if you got swag, drop them by.
And I just want to say, I probably have about 30 pounds of swag that I have to get. to
Okay,
the
let's
end.
see.
So I can take bribes, guys. Just want to let you know. Happy to help.
Maybe I can appoint you as my swag collector.
I can do that.
There you go.
See, I'm up for making fair. I think that's an awesome
You know it's
challenge.
bad when you have to start weighing how much swag you have. 30 tons of swag at home. But honestly, my wife is been warning me about what I bring back. She's like, stop bringing so much crap.
I know there's only so much. Only
And it's
so much
not
room.
crap. It's nice. I like it.
What's your favorite swag you brought?
This trip,
Period.
ever? A year ago here, Receipt Bank had that partner dinner, and they gave us that little pack, which I lost, by the way. But anyways, it was full of swag. There's this windproof jacket that was included in it. Hooded jacket. It's really, I wear it on my Vespa. It looks nice. It's great when I show up to a client in it because they know I'm a Receipt Bank partner. So it's something I'll wear and use and enjoy. And then it just happens to have the logo on it, and it's not too tacky. It's just the logos on it. I think Receipt Bank does a great job with their swag, so I like that.
Awesome.
I have so many T-shirts because they're just comfortable. You know,
That's right. That's why the boot camp.
that's why your
got
shirt's
stolen.
great. So it's stuff that I actually am going to use in my day to day. And if it's branded, then you wear it to work or
There are
whatever.
people making
So-
comments too. You can't see. There's lots of comments. Sorry, let's just read through some of these comments first here, and then I'll go back and answer my swag.
There's so many
Great
places that
idea on
do
the
it
charity
now.
for Deb.
So,
Michael,
Rhonda Lynn, what kind of
Brad,
swag do you want?
With Jade coming to Toronto, you might have to reconsider.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. And now I need to
Oh, I
think
guess
what kind
they're
of
speaking
swag.
over me.
What kind of swag can I do?
Well, your koalas seem to have gone
Welcome
well.
to hashtag Freestyle Fridays.
I have Vegemite swag.
So you really do sound Australian. This morning, somebody said, "I was surprised to hear she didn't sound Australian." It was the same way.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oh, look.
Maybe they were disappointed.
I don't know if
It's
you can
like,
see,
yeah,
they've got
yeah.
her
Well, look, I'm
quote
gonna have
there.
to. I need now actual swag, and I need to figure out what will my swag be.
So what should Rondalyn's swag be? You've been to her sessions.
I think you need to get one of those little high-heeled, I love the book with the high heel, and maybe just put like a post-it note or a phone holder.
Financial foreplay.
Yes, yes.
There you go. You could use the foreplay theme.
Yes.
What would I do with it? What would this?
I don't know.
Would it
So-
be a USB stick? Like what would it be?
Well, it could be a phone holder. We could do a phone
Um,
holder. We can
You know what
put-
I could do? I could get, you know those signs that they do not disturb signs?
Yes.
I guess right. Do not disturb financial foreplay in progress, and you can put
Oh,
it on.
yes.
Hopefully they heard. Say it again. again, just in case they didn't hear.
Okay, so what the swag is going to be for financial foreplay is I'm going to get do not disturb signs for your office door, and it's going to say do not disturb financial foreplay in progress.
Oh, that's awesome.
Unless somebody gets offended.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Now I need some.
Hi,
price and
Fanny.
value.
If you're
We
here,
need a-
come on
we
by.
need
Come on
another- we need
camera.
another,
We're by the couches where we've been all week.
Well, the thing about swag is you can just go out and get the battery holders and the USB keys, and it starts to be all the same. It's when somebody comes up with something different, distinctive.
Well, you know,
now I need something for pricing value. I need something that is interesting or unusual.
right.
I have to think
Well,
where that's going to be.
the swag that I actually think is probably the coolest, I haven't been able to really use it yet, but Intuit at IPBC, I think it was, gave out those things so that if you've got the iPhones with the glass casing, you just stick it on, the automatic charger.
Oh,
so
right,
that
wireless.
was very
You know
cool.
what swag was really good, but it's bloody expensive swag. I went to another conference, not obviously Intuit or accounting related, but they had these RFID, I think, tags for your bags when you're traveling or something. And if your bag got lost, you could actually figure out where the hell your own bag was.
I don't think
you'd
Andrew,
know
you
what
did this in
town it
London.
was in, or
I love that.
yeah. So it was really like, yeah.
Solid metal.
So that
and
might be
they had
nice.
remember that laser cutting souvenir? And I didn't even know it was there until
That might be
Our
nice.
spa was getting a bunch made, and I think they're great because
Yeah.
it's a good luggage tag.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
that
got
might be a
the
nice
Connect logo on it, very
kind of
simple.
thing.
I agree with that. Especially if you put that in like the boot camp T-shirts, so when it gets stolen, we can track the sucker down.
Yeah, exactly. When someone takes your boot camp T-shirt,
That's right.
how much you? Okay, what are you gonna do if someone mails in the stolen boot camp T-shirt as part of the swag contest?
Well, think of it this. You
Mail
know how
it
when people steal.
anonymously, and I will not show up at your door and collect the money that the boot campers have to pay to get those.
Okay, what if it was something like you hear people they get their garden gnomes taken away, and then someone will take them on a road trip around the world and show photos of them wherever they go.
You know what?
Maybe
That
your
would-
shirt will end up in all these strange places, and you'll never know who did it until
Okay. You
the
know what?
punchline.
Whoever has the shirt, I forgive you if you do that because that's amazing
That'd be
publicity.
good. Yes, do that. Please don't wear it. Well, that's good.
If it shows up on a homeless guy outside, we're in trouble.
Well, I'm not going to name the name, but I saw somebody, a homeless person, in a T-shirt the other day, and I think they just
Oh,
got the
Danny
swag
says
from
it's
here.
a brilliant idea. And then
Yeah.
Michael,
Or
he
else there
said,
was,
yeah,
you
could've
know,
used the
something
RFID
that
for the
thrown
stolen
out or
t-shirt.
fell out of someone's bag, but it was interesting. I don't think the app partner would necessarily want it that way, but
Now I need to create swag.
come in here, Sal. You
Come
can
on,
come in and
Sal.
talk to us.
It's beyond. Yeah, we're live with Beyond the Cloud on Facebook Live, so come on in.
And this is Sal. She's from Edmonton. She came. She's one of the last people I know that signed up for the conference. When did you sign up, Sal? A few weeks ago, wasn't
I
it?
think, yeah, a few weeks ago.
And it was just what motivated you to come here?
I think the connection and the learning part,
And?
meeting all these people that I've been meeting on Facebook for a while, and seeing them and talking to them, it has been an inspiration.
So it's been a good week for you.
Yes,
I
yeah, for
love reactions of newbies that come to this. They've never been
Yes.
here because I remember I met Andrew at that one. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, and we walked away as just blown, super excited.
Timer as well that year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 2016.
No, 15 we were here. Yeah.
Cameras on. If you want to come on in, come on in.
I'm gonna get Tanya Mandarits in here, but she won't talk to me.
I would always talk to you. We did bring snacks.
Tanya's being camera shy. So, Sal, we were talking about swag. What was your favorite piece of swag you got this week?
The favorite piece of swag was the T-sheets. Sorry, what do you call that little charger thing?
That was the nice
yeah,
one.
that was my favorite thing.
They're giving. It looked like it looked like
Yes,
food,
yeah.
and then you open it
Yeah.
up. It's like a USB charger. That was a nice
Yeah.
one. Did you get some T-sheets, T-shirts?
No, I haven't, but I did got actually a vest from Receipt Bank that I loved it.
Those vests are nice.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, many people actually ask me how did I get one, so.
Yeah, I agree. That was a nice
Yeah.
piece this year.
Yes, that exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite is the that great jacket that we got through Receipt Bank. I use that every morning. I should probably get commission because everybody asks me when I go on my 2-mile hike in the morning, what's Receipt Bank? So
That's why they do it. It's good.
that's why they do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, mine was the wireless phone chargers. I haven't used it yet because the case. I do have the iPhone 8 with the glass, but I've got protective cases around it because my shit goes flying all over the place. I am such a klutz. So yeah. So what's yours, Andrew?
I like the I like the jackets. I really like the one from Intuit we got this year. That like bomber jacket. That's kind of cool. And I mean, this backpack right here is probably one of it's a really nice, good quality. It's from Intuit again, QuickBooks. That was from one of their ones on their VIP accountants ones. So I think the backpack is my favorite. Toss up between that and the jackets. Backpacks being more practical, I'm going to lean towards that.
The Connect backpacks that are everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, but the one thing is on the backpack things is how many do you have? I have a lot of backpacks.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I use this more than anything. This is my comfort backpack to the place where it's like falling apart back here. But I love it.
I did not like this one. I've got to go on the record and say this was one of my fails on their part. Usability wise, the layout of it wasn't great. The one that they had the year before that, I really liked. And this one, I mean, because you know me with my gadgets, right? There's just not enough pockets. Like I've got pocket after pocket after pocket on this one, which is.
These are ones I got this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Matthew Fulton got this, and then I guess some of these, and I was able to snag. Sorry, Matthew. I snagged 2 extras of these in the big box. One for Brad and one for Andrews, and thank you for coming in here.
Oh, that's our
But I
Matthew
made sure the
Fultons,
rest of the
yeah.
box got delivered to you by Megan. So I was
Sure,
very
that,
smart.
yeah, sure they did.
They did. If they didn't make it to you, track down Megan.
Yeah.
I got a beautiful duffel bag in my room as a speaker from Intuit. Really nice. Like it's a really, I should have,
Always done that with the speakers. You leave them a nice little gift.
but it's kind of like a fabric. It's nicer than a typical. The fabric is nicer than a typical duffel bag. Like it's proper luggage. Like it's nice. I was surprised. I was like, wow, where did this come from?
That's the thing about swag is like you've got to invest the money to get one.
Yeah, good swag. Yeah, because otherwise it's just junk.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a lot of really good coffee cups from them over the years that I still have because I'm not really a massive fan of disposable cups.
I do. And although this is nice, it doesn't have the pocket.
And I need a vest.
So
I
one,
think I
like
need
you're
a
right, the
puffer
year
vest.
before, I didn't get one of them, but I loved them, the looks of them. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, send it to me next year, January.
Okay.
January, that works then.
We'll see you soon, Sal.
All right, thanks, Sal. Bye.
Yeah, they are. They're right over there, mobile shop. They
Oh.
got limited sizes though.
And you know, I probably should have said this at the beginning. I'm going to jump in. I keep forgetting to say this. We've been on a few Facebook Lives with Andrew there. We are giving away a free boot camp to somebody here. We're doing the draw today at 3. So I'm going to be at these couches here right outside the main stage door. It's a $38.50 value. Somebody will
That's
be
not
getting it free.
$38.50, by the way.
$3,850 value. Yeah, so come on by, see me on the couch here. Look for us. We're going to be doing it at 3 o'clock. So we're going to be, I don't know, wherever we're going to be at 3. I think we're going to be in the Connection Hall is where they're going to be doing the wine. So there's still going to be a little bit of time. So look for me or look for Sandra or Leanne with the boot camp shirts. We've got the entrance form on our phones because somebody's going to get it. And even if you don't feel that you need it, maybe you want to gift it to somebody.
No, she's coming tonight.
So, all right. That said.
Well, you had me at wine. What's at 3 o'clock?
Apparently at 2:45 they're giving us wine.
Can we drink beer too, do you think?
I don't know.
I'll drink wine.
If Intuit's watching, we'll request for
No,
beer
we're
too.
in California. I'll drink wine.
No, come on, Linda, we're live. Oh, right here. Come sit here. Well, come and
You
sit.
may never leave again, Linda. Oh, wow, I get to meet Linda. We just connected on Facebook. I'm Brad.
Oh,
Nice to meet you, Linda.
So, and how do you pronounce your last name, Brett?
Salmanus.
Salmanus. It's
Yes.
a long A.
Yes.
A little slower.
Oh, now what are we recording for now?
And this is Andrew Wall. He's my best friend. Yeah, right. I have stories about Andrew.
Already recorded tonight's session.
Yes, no, what this is Beyond the Cloud. So on our Facebook group every Friday, same time, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 PST, we go on and it's today's version of an old-fashioned call-in radio show, but it's virtual. So we never have a topic. We just chit-chat. Unfortunately, this time we usually go by Zoom. Some people join by Zoom and some Facebook Live. Zoom didn't work, so everybody out there is just kind of watching. But yeah, so here's Linda, and I met Linda for the first time in real life this time
IRL.
last year. Yes. Yes.
But you know one thing I,
Right now.
Andrew, Linda.
you know,
Andrew. Oh, and Linda, Rondell and Corlick. Rondell and Corlick, Linda Russell.
I think I'm certainly familiar with
and Andrew, you know what was really good about the comment Linda just made is she referenced FNL in her statement
Yes. And if
Said-
I'm sure most of the viewers,
there. Friday
watch
Night
it,
Live.
I'm not up late enough half of the time. If I were to get an invite ahead of time, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, I would make myself available. But when I get a message when I'm already in bed saying, hey, Tanya, join us in half an hour.
It's a little hard.
Sorry.
Tanya, you can set.
Sorry, go ahead.
Tanya, you can set an alarm on your clock to go off at a time that would be really convenient for you to remind you before you got in bed. Now, I cheat, though, because it's on at 8:30 my time.
Yes, that makes it
and
easier.
it's Friday Night Live with accountants.
Right. I
This
always
is very
watch it.
exciting, folks.
I
Yeah.
always watch it in replay. But just the live, again, if I know I'm going to be live, which, the fact that I haven't got an official invite being the current and perpetual firm of the future, like, come on, guys. My God.
Yes. Consider the invite extended. I just have to check with Hector.
Give me a date and I will make sure to be there.
Friday at 11:30.
Which Friday? At which 11:30? Like, just show up and we'll add you.
Yeah. No, we will set a date. We will make it happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh. So, Rondell and Corlick is just amazing.
How many of those did you brought? Like 100.
Did you make it 140 koalas?
Okay.
Did you
What
make it
what
20 for
what does
sessions,
the
Linda?
what does the guy
Did you
who's
make it
scanning
20
her
for Rondell
luggage
Corlick
think
sessions?
when
She's
when it
spoken
goes through the
Cashflow.
machine and he just sees 100 koalas?
Oh, I didn't make it either.
Oh, actually, she might have been in one of the. It's on a panel I went.
Yes. Yeah, she was on one of the panels on pricing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it? Were you there with Hector and Matthew Fulton and? That one was mid-market.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, absolutely, Kristen.
Let's put Christian Mandarins
Matt
on
Ross, I think
the
he's
hot
very
seat.
next.
Okay, here's the theme right now. What is your favorite swag you've ever received and why?
Favorite swag I ever received was from my BDM, and it was a baseball cap, a ball cap that just has a QB logo, and I still wear it, and because it's rare. When I go around and I have people come to acknowledge me about the swag, saying
So-
it's super rare.
So you are top of the suspect list for who stole the boot camp T-shirts. We have he's like, what? What? So our boot camp T-shirts are for boot camp graduates, my team, and like 5 honorary, boot campers, influencers. So we're gonna have one for Andrew. We've given one to Rhonda Lynn. Brad's got one. Linda's got one. And somebody went into poor Lillian, who is a graduate, who took my course and worked her little butt off. They went into her backpack and they stole it.
It would never fit me.
We never. Okay.
It
Okay.
didn't fit. It didn't fit me.
You know what? Okay. We'll take you off the suspect list.
It didn't fit me.
Oh.
Are they? Nice.
But that's okay. So what we've said is we put it out there too. If anybody is watching that who took it, it was Brad's idea to have them do like the gnome, take pictures of it in different
Nice.
places, because then that'll be lots of publicity for it, and then I will forgive them for that.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We know
Thank
who
you
our
for the
graduates
koala.
are. There's only
Thank you.
45 so far, so we know them all. Intimate.
Yeah.
So, Linda.
Actually, you know what? The
what's-
best. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. You finish.
I was just.
listening to it.
I was thinking of QuickBooks swag, but the best swag I ever got was that receipt bank jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a prize from T Sheets, which was it was a backpack, and inside the backpack was a tripod and everything else. It was a raffle prize.
You know what? T-Sheets actually did give amazing backpacks a couple of years ago, and I forgot about it because I don't have it. My husband stole it.
Oh.
It was amazing quality. Yes, my husband stole it, and he actually used it for his fishing gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We've been talking about this receipt bank stuff, and I really oh, there she is, Kate Egan, come over here. See that lady on the crutches?
To say goodbye.
That's
Okay,
Kate
well,
Egan.
thank you
She's
for
from
stopping in and
Receipt
joining us,
Bank,
Linda.
and
we'll see you
she was
later.
the very first person. Are we done? We're
No.
finished.
No,
Okay.
we've got an hour.
They're gonna try and get Kate Egan over here.
Okay.
Kate Egan was the very first person from Receipt Bank I ever met 4 years ago. Haven't seen her since. Look at her hobbling around here. I hope they bring her over here to say hello. We'll put her on the spot. Yeah, she's coming. This is perfect. She knows that I'm behind it, so she'll do this.
Oh, and here's Big Receipt Bank, who we've been speaking about.
We're talking about you, Kate. Are you gone? I have to go off screen for a sec. So this is Kate Egan. This is the very first person from Receipt Bank I ever met 3-4 years ago. We haven't seen each other since. So our topic is, what is your favorite swag? And there's been 3 votes for Receipt Bank jackets. I have one. Lillian, who just left, and Christian. So
Jackets, not vests?
no, the vests are amazing. The jackets from last year are very popular.
Windbreakers, those were great. I do love those. And they came in the backpacks too, which was really nice for some people. Yeah.
For someone who lost their backpack the other night, but okay. So I
no.
saw you walking by,
I
so
told
the
you.
timing was
Timing was definitely perfect.
topic is swag.
We do also have a request.
There is.
So I've issued a challenge to the group owners to put together a swag bag and raffle it off for charity. So they need help from supporters to give them the best swag that they can. That will be raffled. All profits to go to the charity of their individual choice. And we want to get as many group members, group admins.
Absolutely. This
compete.
is open to any other group admin.
Yeah.
Please.
But
yes.
the only criteria is that any money raised has to go to charity.
Yes, 100% of the money directly to charity. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite swag? Because you've probably seen it all.
I do. I really liked our swell bottles one year. Yep, that was really good. And then these vests actually are really nice.
The vests are pretty popular. I got one of those this year. There's
When you're a little bit cold inside, you wear the vest. It's good.
awesome. Well, thank you for dropping in. Good to see you too. So that just got me thinking. You know what was another two other pieces of swag that I really liked was. Do you remember the year we went down to San Fran and they had that event? We were on the trolleys and stuff like that.
That was, I think, the year before I came.
That was the year before.
'Cause
So
this is my 3rd year, so that
yeah.
must have been 4
So
or
maybe
5 years.
maybe that was year 4. That right? It was. So we had this trolley ride, but it was raining and cold, and somehow they managed to get swag for all of the attendees with a QB umbrella that was this little tiny pocket-sized one that would fold up and fit in your pocket, and branded blankets.
Well, that's
And I don't
cool.
know how the hell they were able to basically get that done in a day. Brad, you were here that year. They gave us the umbrellas and the blankets that year. Remember we did the trolley ride? It was cold and wet.
I still have that blanket. It was a brown, kind of a flannel jacket.
Soft.
Now I still have it, and we have pet rabbits, and they love it more than I do because they wrap themselves up in it, and there's holes in it because they bite, and they've got all these holes like Swiss cheese now. But we still have it and still use it.
So are we?
Let's just see if there's anybody on Facebook Live. Type in what your favorite swag has been. Get involved in the conversation. So we'll give everybody a few minutes.
Best swag
Sandra's
ever.
off camera, Sandra.
Come in, hang out
Come on.
behind the scenes.
They get more swag than I do because
They're the swag collectors.
They make it around to more vendors than they get to. I
Oh,
know.
thank you. Is this the one that you stole? My favorite swag would probably be The receipt bank jacket, actually. I wear it quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Is that the one from the last year, the dinner last year, right?
Yeah. Yes. I actually managed to get 2 of them.
Awesome. And so nobody's typing in, so nobody has any favorite that's off the top of their head on Facebook World. I just want to point out, too, that Michael Evoy has actually put out the link is now live for QBC next year. It is back here. The dates are, because they just dropped it off here. Thank you. I don't want the phone to drop. November 4th to 6th. So it's been confirmed. So if anybody has, I know you probably can't see, but there were rumors circulating that it might be somewhere else. This has just put a squash to those rumors. It is right back here, San Jose Convention Center.
We just don't know how much it's going to cost because they won't tell us.
Very true. But if you sign up to the interest link that Michael has put out, hopefully you'll be able to receive the early bird discount links. So, any swag? Let's see if anybody's answered yet. All right. Oh, no. Deb says busted. Jessica says not accounting related, but her favorite swag is a branded rocket book. I love rocket books. So she's like, you know what? That is actually really a really good idea because I actually did receive at IPBC. I think that they actually gave, so yeah, Sandra's got her book, little rocket book. My writing is atrocious. I haven't written, like, it's worse than a doctor's. I'm a typer. So I did receive one. I gave it to Sherry Lee Mathers, and she loves it. So it's not rocket book. We actually talked about it on Beyond the Cloud, I think, last week, and Jessica showed hers. But it's not like a real rocket book. It's kind of a different, like a whiteboard slash type. Sure. But it's, yeah, that's actually Sherry Lee. Now that she's been using it, she's like, she told me this week that that's actually one of her favorite pieces. So.
So have you ever seen the YouTube videos on Rocketbook hacks? No. So this is super slick. Tell us. For those of us that have whiteboards in the office, and there's a teacher, I think he's in Minnesota, and what he's done is he's taken the icons at the bottom, and he's taken a black border around. He laminates it all and puts magnets on the back so that it makes a frame, and he'll write on the whiteboard, put the frame, the black frame around, and then have the large icons along the bottom, and then he can take pictures of the whiteboard, and it sends it as though it's a rocket page, sends it off. So he has the that 3D barcode and whatever it's called, Q code, yeah, QR code, and everything else, and it's super slick. So we were looking at that. I was watching this teacher talk about it, and then he'll use that idea in his classrooms, so his students will work in pods. And in their pods, they'll have their little QR codes that goes to their special Gmail account that they have set up. And as they're working on these whiteboards, then they just plop the frame up, check the little box that goes to their email addresses, and off it goes. Super slick.
That is an amazing idea. Wow. I thought you were going, because I know Rondalyn Korlick shared, I think it was Rondalyn that shared, that there's little corner pieces that you can get that you put up in each corner. That's what I thought you were talking about, but that is really cool.
It was a total hack.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So what do we have here? We've got, Jessica says it defeats the purpose of buying the beacons that Rocketbook sells for the whiteboards. I think that's actually what I was just talking, the beacons. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's actually very, very cool. All right, so we've got 20 minutes left here. Excuse me, losing my voice here. So we usually do a little bit of banter and then kind of throw it to say, hey, does anybody have any burning questions that they would like to ask bookkeeping related? Because this is today's version of an old-fashioned call-in radio show. So it's hashtag unscripted fun, hashtag freestyle on Fridays. We never know where it's going to go. So is there any burning questions that anybody, you guys come on in. Come on in, join us. We're Facebook Live. Absolutely. Have a seat anywhere. All right, David.
What's the show?
It is Beyond the Cloud, which is it's today's version of an old-fashioned call-in radio show. We usually do it Zoom and Facebook Live, so it's a little different here.
Awesome.
And it's hosted on Bookkeepers Corner Group, which is my Facebook group, which has over 2,500 members. I'm Tanya, by the way.
I'm David. Good to meet you.
David, good to meet you. And where are you from, David?
The company's called Routable. It's an AP/AR automation software.
Very cool. So you guys were here as vendors or just attendees and walking around?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, we did a co-sponsored event Wednesday rather than having a booth.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. So how'd it go?
it was fantastic. We had about 700 people come out. It was co-sponsored with Gusto and Giraffe, and
I was signed up for that, but
it
I
was
didn't make it.
well, we missed you, and it was quite lively. So it was open bar, which is pretty helpful for all the attendees.
That's
So-
awesome. Open bar, yeah. Open bar is good.
Yeah.
So is your app for, like, is it just for Americans or is it available up in Canada too?
Great question. Currently, it's for U.S.-based clients only.
Okay, which is why I probably hadn't heard about it. But 75% of our viewership and audience in the group is Americans.
Fantastic.
So there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So who would be your ideal client?
Awesome
Take
question.
A commercial.
Yeah,
Take
sure.
advantage of this. Like
Totally. So what we found is automation for payments really doesn't make sense until you're transacting, call it 50 payables or more a month. Anything less than that, the cost profile probably doesn't make much sense.
Okay.
So for clientele who not only have that, but also see a growth side, so up and to the right, makes a lot of sense. So for example, we have
Come on,
folks
Hector.
who process.
Oh, doesn't he want
He
to-
needed a little bit
Oh,
more
there's
peer
Hector
pressure.
Garcia, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can think of. Actually, I'll give the context of the story. So our
Okay.
founders are engineers by trade. They built the AP software in-house at previous companies that they worked at, and they realized every time that the company grew, so from 50 to 500 to 50,000 payables a month, they had to switch software. And it's really
Okay.
painful, really inefficient. So they thought, why don't we build that in-house and then sell it? Because every company that scales has these types of issues. So now we have folks who can use us more so as evergreen software, whether it's 50, 500, 500,000 payments, we're able to support that. So it's really transacting high volume payables. But from a profile, it's anyone who transacts, call it 50 or more payables a month would be great.
Okay, so then your biggest competition in the States would be Bill.com.
That's right.
And I will tell you, this is perfect timing because on our group, there's been at least 2 threads that I've noticed. I haven't been on the group much to moderate, but I've noticed
Sure.
at least 2 threads where people are getting frustrated.
Right.
I can't remember what they're getting frustrated over, but they're looking for solutions.
Sure.
So here you go.
Yeah, it's amazing timing. And they've definitely been a fantastic job, and they've been around for, 10, 15 years now. But yeah, the main frustration that we hear from those folks is largely around customer support, that the reachability for troubleshooting those issues just isn't there as much. And that's a difficult part. So from our end, we thought we have to get this right from the beginning to really take care of every single person that onboards. So people switch to us not because we're a cheaper option. We're actually more expensive in some cases. However, we realize support is literally a person. That's not extra software. That's someone manning the station, making sure that we provide that. So we figure if that's a legitimate frustration, we want to be able to support that appropriately.
Absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes it's not about the cost. It's about,
Yep.
again, the support. There are certain softwares.
That's right.
I'm not going to mention any names here, but there are certain softwares that I love because they're amazing support.
Sure.
I will pay more for. There's some certain softwares that, one in particular comes to mind that the support is horrible.
Right.
But I still use it because thankfully I don't need
Sure.
to use their support. If I did need to use their support, I absolutely would be going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because that's huge. If something is broken and you can't reach somebody to fix it,
Right.
what's the point of having it in the first place?
That's right. And the reality is large companies like Google, Amazon, everybody goes down. Everyone has those down moments.
They do.
So to have support or to say that we never have issues, that's not realistic.
Right. Everybody has issues
So,
at some point.
so our CEO, he personally monitors our support channel really out of an effort to say anyone that has an issue, we're on it. We're going to jump on it and prioritize it because this is money. This is not like I'm returning a T-shirt or I'm waiting for my iPhone. This is I need to push forward $1 million through your platform and I have an issue.
Right.
So the prioritization for that is quite high for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So anybody watching that has been part of those frustrations, here's an alternative option. So I think there's been
Yeah, if there are
some
any questions
comments
out there,
that I'm thinking.
it's
thinking, yeah,
routable.com is the website if you want to check it out.
Writable.com. All right. Okay. Yep. No questions coming up. They're being quiet out there because usually we do Zoom and we have a lot of people chatting.
All good.
And the ones that are usually involved are they're all watching here and it's a little bit different
Sure.
when they have to type it in. So, but that's awesome.
Yeah. Well,
Really
appreciate
good.
you having us on the show.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, great.
I'm going to give you a card.
Please do. By the way, I'm going to hit you up. I was going to say, I'm going to hit you up on your. So, what we've done is Andrew Wall has actually challenged both Brad and myself. So, Brad
Yep.
is the owner and admin of another group, which is Get Into It.
Awesome.
Just get into it. That's it. Just get into it. I'm like, it's been a few different names. And so we're challenging, he challenged us, and the challenge is going into any other group owner to, between now and the end of the year, collect as much swag as we can.
Awesome.
Raffle it off
Great.
all in one package. So I'll have one package of swag. Brad will have one package of swag.
Okay.
Raffle it off for charity.
Okay.
100% of the proceeds go to charity.
I love it.
So do you have any swag that you could give to us? And Brad and I, we're partnering together. We said we'll do it nice and equal.
If you would have asked me 2 hours ago, the answer would have been yes. So
Okay.
we were giving these shirts out.
Well, you know what? You can mail some
Yes,
some swag
that's
to
exactly
us.
right. So send us your info, and we would
Okay.
be happy to get you some swag.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to keep it fair, if there's any of the other group admins, I don't know, there
Yeah,
are a few other
absolutely.
group admins on here. Does that offer extend to them too?
Absolutely. Send us an email. We realize
And just
this is like nighty wear. You can wear.
Perfect.
It's super comfortable.
okay, now I have to feel it. I'm sorry. Is this creepy to like feel like
Not
feeling
at
your
all.
chest?
Not at all. Yeah.
That is sorry. It is Tishi's quality.
It's
And
pretty
if
soft.
my husband is watching this, sorry, babe.
For professional purposes only. Full disclosure. This is for charities out there, right?
So if any other admin does want to, the information, reach out to me, and I will actually make sure that I actually post your
Yeah.
website as part of the
Fantastic.
the flag on here for anybody that wants to look
Yeah.
out and use you for solution.
Would love that, and we'd also love to be back on the show and possibly explore
absolutely.
sponsorship as well.
Absolutely,
So,
that sounds so great.
wonderful.
I'll be in touch.
Great to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you, David. It was David, right? Yes. Perfect. I was gonna say crap. I better make sure. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Awesome. So let me just take a quick peek, see if there's any. Everybody's out there. All right, Deb's got to run. Okay, bye, Deb. We'll talk to you later. Deb, if you're still here, I will be reaching out to you. Somebody was actually looking for cannabis, and if you're still on, you want to put in there, they're getting into cannabis in another state, wanting to know who does cannabis payments. And I do believe that you actually have a couple of clients in cannabis. So if you know any of the payment solutions that accept credit cards for online cannabis, I would love to have that shared. And if you're not here, I'm going to reach out to you directly. Awesome. This is exhausting. Question. Okay, great. Ask the question.
I have a question.
Beautiful, because this is what it's about.
Yeah. So how do you maneuver or recommend maneuvering creating a sustainable corporate culture within like a bookkeeping firm when you're using remote clients? And I've heard some people say, well, we all have a Zoom drop-in room. Other people have talked about having a Zoom coffee date set up so that they kind of say, you're in Minnesota and you're in California, and we're going to set up a period that you're going to meet on Zoom within the workday just to chat for 10 minutes to try to build camaraderie and stuff like that.
So the clients are remote, not your staff is remote.
The staff remote.
Sorry, okay, but yeah, I thought you said
So
clients.
sorry,
Okay.
staff.
Okay, so if anybody, first off, while I start to answer, if anybody has anything to add to this, please type it in the notes. I will look and read it. I will say we actually found that a little difficult.
Yeah.
We did have one person who worked remote. I think it's very important to find the right person. I know there are people that do it successfully. Jenny Moore is one that does it very successfully with her group. I know there's many others. I just can't think of
Chad
the names.
Davis.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. So there are even Michael Lai. Am I pronouncing?
I'm not sure if it's Larry Lee either.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
No.
so the U.S. Firm of the Future finalist for last year, or the U.S. winner with that from Reconciled It, I do believe is a company. He actually does it fairly successfully. I think it's important the right people. What we found was the person was great in personality, but there seemed to be a drop in the communication. So you need somebody really high, I think, on the communication skills, because we were like, you know what, they went remote. We said, okay, try to come in, every Friday. They would literally come in and jump back out. And then we found out that there was, again, the lack of communication, because I would send an email and then find out, afterwards that email wasn't working, which is great. If they didn't get an email, I don't know that they don't have it. But when I told them there was an email, they told us 3 weeks later when they came in that the email wasn't working.
Right.
So having a person who wants to be involved is really, really important. So Kelly yeah, of course I know Kelly. Of course I know Kelly. She's got dope hair. So nobody on here has any thoughts. So what are your thoughts on that? Like,
Well, so my thoughts are, I
I'm
hear.
gonna ask Kelly.
Okay, yeah.
What were you asking a minute?
So we have brick and mortar right now.
Right.
We've only got 2 staff. So we have this, and we have this super tight culture within our business.
Right.
And we have this sense of camaraderie. Like it's love. And I know there's other firms like Eagle Eye with Andrea.
Andrea, yeah.
Yeah, Andrea. And and their family and their employees, and they have this sense of love and camaraderie.
We
and
do too.
Yeah.
Kind of our brick and mortar.
Yeah.
I
and
like to think so. I don't know. Sandra's running away. She's like, I'm going off camera for this one. But.
Yeah. And we think about, okay, as we scale, we don't have quite enough work for a full-time. Well, we probably would. We're risk averse to hiring someone else and feeling that responsibility as an owner to hire a third person. And then as we do start to consider it, saying, how will they fit in? And then we say, well, maybe we'll hire remote, somebody that's outside. And then we say, well, how will this affect the culture? Because I've heard other people say when they do this, when they have a mix of brick and mortar and outside, the outsider often feels like an outsider, where there's certain things that happen throughout the day, and then they come into a Skype or a Zoom meeting, and all of a sudden somebody says, oh my gosh, that was so funny when X walked through the door, remember? And they're going, oh, I missed out on it.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Or in our office, Sandra works from home for the day, and then we come in and we're like, okay, talking about something, and she's like, what the heck? We went, what did we do one day? We went and we said, yeah, we're moving an office. We hired somebody, like all of this stuff. And she's like, what the hell? I was gone for one day.
Yeah.
But when things happen, they happen fast.
But some of it is on you guys to make sure that you're updating them. And then also, I've seen it where firms will do, regardless of where everyone is, they'll pick either twice a year or something where they're bringing everyone into the same space, so that if it's a retreat or, like a fun trip or something, to create that bond, so that, like, because people can become fast friends, right? Like, we're here for a couple days, and then I make these friendships and I continue them online or in Slack or wherever it is. But I've seen people do it where they bring everyone to the same space and they hang out, or they do something bonding fun, and that helps to kind of bridge the gap, because then you have people that kind of connect and keep connecting as they go. But that helps, I think, with the culture part, and then also just, I guess it's on you also to communicate that you have to also communicate online somehow, right? Like, make sure that they're not just completely in the dark.
Absolutely. By the way, this Kelly Gonzalez. I'm like, oh my gosh. My mouth isn't working well today. So anyway, yes. Her hair is shorter this year, for those of you who saw her last year. And yes, but it's still very beautiful. I love all the colors in there. Yeah.
Did you not hear it? Comment told me my hair is dope.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And then I died, and now I'm back. But yeah, it was very exciting.
Oh my gosh. That is
so
amazing.
Nice.
That is amazing.
I never get comments like that.
Because you were excited to meet him as well.
Yeah, I was excited to meet him, and then he told me I had nice hair, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Oh, that's so awesome. So, like, you're in heaven.
Yeah, I'm done. That was the height of my conference.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, well, that was like me after meeting Ashton yesterday. I was like, yeah. Yeah, we actually had a very brief conversation, and if Ashton is watching, I really did not mean, I don't know if he took what I said as an insult, because I actually, I've seen his work, his acting work. I've liked the shows. I watched The Ranch.
I already know what you said.
Yeah, exactly. So to everybody else out there, but I really respect him as a business owner, what he does for entrepreneurs, what he does socially, like with Thorn, the organization that he's got going. I love the fact that he does all of that. So I said to him, I really appreciate and respect what you do for entrepreneurs and, for the social aspect. And then I said, like, even more than your acting, not to mean that he didn't act well. So then, of course, he does the whole overacting thing. Yeah, come on back in. He does it like, and does the whole overacting thing. And I'm like, no, I didn't mean it that way. I said, I watched The Ranch too. I do. But I wanted him to know that, like, he's more, I respect him as more than just another pretty face. Exactly. So,
nice.
Yeah. So I know. So if you're watching this, Ashton, I really didn't mean that. Not that he's going to be on our group, right? Exactly.
Nice. I think we have some swag.
We do. Yes, please do.
Yeah, so Kelly was actually at our party Wednesday night, and she got to participate in this. We created one-time edition custom beer. It's a blonde ale. It was from the co-sponsored events, so Routable, Gusto, and Girov. Oh, wow. So we just had a few left, and we'd love to donate them to your group. So if you want to raffle them off to your community. It's fantastic beer for all of you beer lovers out there.
Yeah.
It is the custom edition.
I don't know how we're going to get it home and then get it.
So if you run into complications, you are welcome to consume on the spot and then give a live rating as well.
It may have to, because I don't think we can bring alcohol across borders. Right.
What a wonderful problem.
Yeah, I know.
You can bring a certain that's only one can. You'll be able to bring it home.
because we can't even bring alcohol across provincial borders.
While we're on this topic, this
Yeah.
is for Will Lopez. Will, I really wanted to be there the other night. They load us up with event after event after event in here. Now, last night I had a conversation with Twyla from Helm.
Okay.
And we were thinking, what is it going to take to avoid that in the future? We were thinking all the app partners have to get their act together and coordinate their schedules so that we
Sure.
don't have to make choices.
Yeah.
And we don't have to be in two places at once. Because I really wanted to be here.
Yep.
We went to an event hosted by Intuit Canada for the
Sure.
Canadians, and then I was going to go to Gusto and then to T-Sheets. All of a sudden, there wasn't time. We got to
Right.
get T-Sheets. And so, Will, I wanted to be there. It looked like the best party, and all the feedback I've been getting was it was amazing,
Yeah,
right?
Will did a fantastic job.
So I wasn't freezing that party out. I wanted to be there. So human cloning, I want human cloning down here. We're in Silicon Valley. So we can have 2 or 3 of each one of us, and then no, but I want it like next year. No, but I want another Brad walking around going to the other parties, capturing all the memories and the swag and having the fun, but then I still get to experience it when I'm at the other party. Okay? Is that too much of an ask?
Seems feasible. Yeah.
Okay? Perfect.
So for the tech companies, I believe what you should do is rent a larger venue and have party booths set up. Have different themed party booths so that in one large venue such as
Interesting
this,
idea.
we can attend 5 or 6 different parties and travel back and forth. You can even have kabuki cabs taking us across the halls. Scooters.
Serious
You can ride
thought.
scooters or segways. We haven't had a segway at an event.
Okay, that sounds easier than cloning, right? Okay.
Slightly easier than cloning. Let's just be clear.
Okay, so all you app partners that serve here.
Right.
Massive party. And
You got to say that
everyone
again.
was-
Yeah.
Sorry. If your party was combined with the other party, and you just had one massive party, you would have everyone in the same space.
Have a fence in between. So you have to
Yeah, you got to climb the fence.
Catapulting. Yep.
No, I mean, if you find a place large enough to host
Sure.
and everyone splits the cost, I also feel like that would be another benefit, right?
Sure.
Splitting the cost
Sure.
and do it that way.
Another good party idea, have a wedding theme. Because everyone loves to crash a wedding party.
Interesting.
People showing up anyways.
Yeah.
It's a wedding. Yeah, Gusto or
Gusto is marrying Radable.
This is happening. Rootable doing stuff. They're getting people out there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you heard it. We're gonna have to chat later. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
of you tech companies.
All right,
Oh,
thanks.
also, thank you, Tanya, for
Oh.
saying I had a good idea.
Yes, 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 that's right. All right, and you know what? That's it. We are done our hour. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us and being patient because nobody could join on Zoom. It didn't work. But we will see you all next week at the regular Bat channel, regular Bat chat time. And all right, bye, everybody. Thank you very
Bye.
much to everybody that stopped by. And I hope my husband doesn't see me like touching another man's chest. Hey, you missed it.
Oh, wow. What
was-
did I miss?
David. I got to feel David's shirt, and it was a nice little rub in the
I
chest.
see.
Yes. Anyway, all right. Bye,
Totally
everybody.
normal. Nothing to see.
Okay. So, do you want to just turn it off? I don't know how we turn it off.
Can you do it from here?
I don't know.
How do you not?
Oh, people are saying bye. Yeah, because that one's attached.